The pandemic induced lockdown has hit every industry hard. In midst of these testing times, homegrown brand Pastels and Pop is not only growing stronger but also going a step further to keep their employees financially and emotionally secure. The Bangalore-based designer Jyoti brand, started by the Chabra sisters Akanksha and Aarti, gave a twist to handcrafted Jyotis from Punjab and made them the hottest selling wedding essentials in south of India. We speak to Kanksha about their latest collection, how has lockdown impacted the wedding industry, and their strategy to beat the lockdown slump. Hi, Kanksha. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us for this conversation.
Hi, Nidhi. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really excited to be here.
So, you recently collaborated with Anushri Reddy. I think she's a Hyderabad-based artist. And so, tell us something about the inspiration behind the collection. And did you do the whole collaboration during the pandemic? And if that was so, then I'm sure you must have innovated some ways to, collaborate and connect with each other.
Right. So Anushri Reddy collaboration is what we started conversation for in 2019. So August 2019, luckily, is when we had the meeting with Anushri Reddy. And both Aarti and I met Anushri, and we discussed about the kind of colors and the kind of embroideries that we're looking forward to seeing in juttis in our collection. And so that conversation was done well in advance. And in fact, our first collection was launched by Feb 20th. So that's when we still didn't have this COVID scare. Luckily for us, the first collection was launched before COVID really started. Though we did think that, maybe we were a little dicey, we weren't sure how the response was going to be for the collection because there was a lockdown announced in March. But luckily for us, people loved the collection so much. We were out of stock in April with the first lot that we made of the shoes. But yeah, of course, that was the first collection where we didn't have to really work based on, the pandemic situation. But the second collection that we made in September, this is when, of course, the travel part was out of the question. Both our design teams, we got them introduced over emails and over Zoom calls. That's where all the discussion happened. The initial sample embroideries were sent from Hyderabad to Bangalore, and then with the corrections, Bangalore to Hyderabad. And this is how we managed to do the second collection of Anushri Reddy X Pastels and Pop. And that collection again received a lot of love because we made that collection around the time where COVID was still at its peak. And we wanted to bring some cheer and some joy to people. Though there were weddings, the wedding was still happening, though they were happening at a smaller scale. So we did have a clientele to cater to, and it received a lot of love again.
So, in fact, my next question would be that juttis are wedding essentials, and pandemic kind of hit that market, and people are still kind of reeling under that, and we are again going into the second or the third phase of lockdowns and curfews. So, has it impacted your brand in some way, or or was it like a learning experience because you could explore different the kind of ways to get around the situation? And also and how did you motivate yourself? It's so difficult for businesses to keep motivated more than floating. It's all about motivation. On you have craftsmen, you have karigars. So how did you manage all that? And tell us something about the business side of it.
So to answer your first question, weddings in a country like ours, in India, it's a huge market. COVID or non-COVID times, people are going to get married. They are going to make it big, at least in terms of going all out on their outfits. Nobody wants to compromise, especially Indian brides. They will go a little minimal on their look. If it's a 500 people wedding or a 50 people wedding, you would still want to look your best. And having the product like ours, considering it's not a lehenga that you might want to go a little low on in terms of how flashy it is or how loud it is. For juttis, we haven't really seen a lot of shift during even the pandemic, we've had brides go for juttis for all of their functions, even if they have had one function, which is just the wedding, and they're done with it, or if they're even doing a big fat wedding with 3 functions, even if there are lesser number of people attending, they'll still go for juttis because, whether you have lesser people or more number of people, you still want to have your dance functions, you want to have your mehndi, you want to be comfortable during these functions. And what better than juttis to be worn on your feet while doing all of this? So that way, we've had a lot of brides still order with us. We are very grateful that we haven't had a big dip in the kind of customers that we've had, or the number of customers that we've had. The way you buy juttis has changed. What I have noticed is that, as guests, you would want to buy juttis to go to weddings. Now, considering the number of guests is lesser, so though maybe orders are reducing on that front, but brides themselves, because they aren't able to invite as many people to their weddings or for their friends, they are gifting these juttis. We have this special bridesmaid package that we've seen a huge demand for since 2020. So people are buying bridesmaid gifts for their bridesmaids, sending them across continents, across cities in India, across countries, and just to make the other person feel special and to feel invited, though, of course, they weren't able to really invite them to the wedding. So that way, we've seen a lot of orders flowing in from the brides for their bridesmaids. So that has kind of made up for the guests themselves not picking up juttis.
There are people involved in your company who might be remotely located, say your karigars, or they're all close by that you could get in touch with them. So how was it during the pandemic? Was it very difficult to manage that way?
Yes. So the pandemic, of course, hit us around May is when the scare really started. Though the lockdown was announced later, but at Pastels and Pop, around 20th of March is when we decided that we will not be opening offices, and all the karigars will be taking work home and working from home. So we did work from home before something like that was even introduced. From 20th March, we've been working from home, and probably around 25th is when the lockdown was announced. But all of our karigars had fabrics, had embellishments, had the adda frames in which juttis are embroidered. They've taken them home, and they were working from home already. So that way, all of our work still kept going on. In fact, during the pandemic, around May is when we launched a separate collection, a collection of 4 juttis that we called Labor of Love. And these are the juttis that were made during the pandemic by the karigars. And we launched them when it was safe to open office and do a shoot. That's when we shot the collection and launched it. And for every product that we sold under the Labor of Love, all of the proceeds were used to fund our karigars. And in fact, a lot of their friends that we saw were under a lot of pressure, because they had a lot of people had stopped hiring people as such. Like, they were left with no job at all. And if you remember the times from May, people wanted to get back home, and they could not get back home because there were very few trains. And for you to get onto a train, there was this huge form that you would have to fill online. And people, for example, even our karigars, do not know that kind of English, or, the Kannada is where the forms were in, or they come in English. So for them to fill up the forms also wasn't so easy. So we tried to help them in every way that we could. In May, we filled forms for over 90 people for them to go home. And we sponsored 90 karigars to go home through Pastels and Pop, through the Labor of Love collection. And we are so proud of the entire team to be able to achieve it.
I think that's a great thing, hearing these stories, coming from, businesses, it's really heartwarming. It is. So let's talk something about, how the juttis are perceived. Do you think that over the years you've been able to broaden the style perception, the quotient of juttis, and what has been the most challenging part of it?
So I feel like if you asked me this question about 4 or 5 years ago, I would tell you there's still particular group of people who wear juttis, and they're not something that everybody wears. But over the years, we have been able to that. In fact, we started Pastels and Pop thinking that we did see that there's a huge gap for ethnic footwear in the south part of India. Juttis are famous in the north. In fact, they're a really old handicraft of Punjab. But bringing that to the south, though was a little dicey because we weren't sure how it would be accepted by people. But we took that step and it has been great. And most of our customers, for that matter, are from South India, which is why I feel it's no more a set of people that want to try and buy juttis. It has widened for sure, also because of the kind of juttis that we're making. Initially, we were more on the wedding juttis line because there are still people who would wear juttis only with your saris or only with your lehengas if you don't want to opt for heels. I personally feel juttis look way better than heels in terms with your ethnic wear especially. But for your regular wear, people were still a little skeptical about trying juttis. But with the kind of juttis that we've started making, we make juttis for work wear. We make juttis that you can wear on a casual day out. So these are not the loud juttis with the zardozi or with, these rich silks. We've also started experimenting on the kind of fabrics. We make juttis in denims. We've tried jute. So these are the more everyday juttis that you can wear. And we have been able to make a few people shift from other kinds of footwear to juttis for everyday. And that means a lot for us.
That's wonderful. All your products are
only for a particular
handcrafted.
season or only for a particular event.
Yes.
Yes.
So all the products that you have, they are handcrafted, and it's a very time consuming process and also expensive on the manufacturer's part. So do you think that fast fashion kind of takes away that that hard work that you do? And is it you've seen how consumers also behave in that way? It's easier to get like a fast fashion footwear. So how do you see that?
So I feel it's definitely easier for you to get your hands on a fast fashion footwear because there are multiple international brands that are now doing footwear. Though they were initially a clothing brand, then also including footwear into their product range. They definitely have their own set of customers, but I feel a lot of people are now more aware of the kind of products that they're purchasing, the kind of products that they're investing in. For example, if you just hold a handcrafted product, the beauty of it is intoxicating. You know how much work has gone into it. And that is something that people are really interested in knowing. They are also interested in knowing the fast fashion products. They would come back to you and they would purchase a product that is homegrown and that is paying their the end maker of that is the reason they're also expensive, because sometimes some of our juttis take over 3 days to make a single pair. So that's how the pricing of it is decided, and the price points is something that customers are willing to pay because they know the kind of hard work that's gone into it. And that I feel that way the market is appreciated. So I think there's a delay.
Yes, some lag is happening. Yeah. So, what has been the most gratifying experience or incident that you would like to share, over the years since you've set up your company? And you always go back to it and, for inspiration, and you feel good about it.
There have actually been so many. Each time that we see a bride wear our juttis, it is such a special feeling, because if you're including something that we've made in your most special day, that for us is the most joy-giving experience. And God's grace, that happens to us very, very often. A lot of brides are wearing Pastels and Pop for their weddings. So that's one. But one of the most gratifying experiences that the entire team of Pastels and Pop has had is when we launched our CSR initiative. It's called Cinderella. So under this initiative, we launched this in 2017. So for every 5 pairs of juttis that we sell, we gift a pair to a less fortunate girl. So we have been doing these drives twice a year, once during a festive season like Holi and the other time during Diwali. And we go to an orphanage or we go to a government school and we donate juttis based on that we've had for the year. And to just see that sheer joy beaming in those girls, it's a feeling I cannot explain. So that is definitely something that gives us joy, and it gives us joy over and over again because we've been doing this for 3 years now. Of course, during the pandemic situation, we haven't been physically able to go and do this, but our products do reach them, and that happiness remains.
That's wonderful. This is so sweet to know. So we seem to be, going into another phase of pandemic and lockdowns. So do you have a roadmap this time? Because last time it was, we all were not sure what to do and we didn't know when it is going to happen or how to tackle it. So this time, do you think that you have a better, idea of, how to tackle if we go into another, fresh wave or something like that? You're muted.
Am I audible now? Okay. Considering the current situation, it does look like we will be entering another phase of lockdowns and restrictions. But I think by now we have figured out how to make things work in terms of how we can still work during the lockdown situation. But of course, the kind of work we do will change. We'll be making more juttis that are something that you can wear more often, rather than the heavier juttis, which maybe now is not the time for you to go out and meet people. So probably something that you can wear to work. So our design process is going to be based on the current situation right now. And at the same time, we will be working for our autumn winter collection, which is the festive collection. And we're hoping things should be better by then.
I think all of us, we are hoping for better times. Thank you so much, Akanksha, for being with us and sharing this story and sharing some beautiful experiences that you have, and that you're also sharing joy with other girls. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was great talking to you.
Same here. Bye-bye.
Bye.